My whole life, I was all about memorization and the details. But this was the first time that somebody had taught me it's okay to make things simple, it's okay to not know, and in fact, it's going to help you if you can do those things and ask for help. My name is Jake, not from State Farm, but I still try to be a good neighbor as much as I can be. I'm married, I have one daughter, she's a year and a half, and she's my best friend. I went to college for mechanical engineering, and that was a difficult experience for me because I wasn't the brightest, wasn't the best engineering student, but I survived, I made it through, and I went to grad school and got my master's and PhD in construction management. My research focus was on researching the different traits and training that help prepare people for leadership roles. So that's how I ended up here. I love to read, I like to write, I'm a huge movie buff, love movies, love TV, and I think I could talk about that more than anything else. I also like to rock climb and play the occasional racquetball. Why am I in the Leadership Society of Arizona? Well, growing up, my childhood was pretty chaotic. We moved around a lot, sometimes different cities, different houses, and my family, we had a lot of personal issues that just caused a lot of stress and struggle for everybody. I grew up being really fearful. I was so worried about the future. I was worried about what people thought of me. I worried about being successful, worried about being liked. I just always had these thoughts going on in my mind all the time. But I realized that one of my outlets for this, ironically, was school. See, even though school causes a lot of stress, to me, it just made sense. All I had to do was memorize something, memorize some information, repeat it on a test, and then I would get good grades, I would get lots of praise. I felt like I was really successful and on my way to doing great things. So even though I had all this fear at the back of my mind, I just focused so much on school. I believed that that's all I needed to figure out my life. And that worked pretty well. I was able to overcome, or I was able to suppress a lot of my worries for the longest time until I got to college. In college, as I was living on my own, I started to realize that even with all of this education and all these great grades, I didn't really know much about life. I didn't really know who I was, what I wanted to do, what was going to make me happy. I was in engineering, but I didn't really like it, and I didn't know why. All of these worries and fears that I'd suppressed started coming back out, and life felt more complicated than ever before. And that all changed when I met Dr. Jacob and Dr. Dean Kashiwagi. They were professors teaching a leadership course at ASU, and in their course, they talk about supply chain management and business management principles. And one of the things they teach is that the key to all efficiency and success is simplicity, not complexity. Instead of diving into the details and making things so complex, it's better to simplify and find the simplest answers and simplest processes you can. Now in that class, they taught how to simplify even our own lives as college students. And that was radical to me. My whole life, I was all about memorization and the details. But this was the first time that somebody had taught me it's okay to make things simple, it's okay to not know, and in fact, it's going to help you if you can do those things and ask for help. So why am I in LSA? Well, we have a motto here. It's make life simple. And that's exactly what I want to do. My mission is to make life simpler for students who are feeling just like I was in school.